Hi there, welcome to Sir William Ramsay School Performing Arts Department, and more specifically the Music Department. My name is Mr. Maxwell. I'm the Head of Music here and the Deputy Head of Performing Arts, and I'm here to talk a little bit about your course, the Music BTEC Level 3 Extended Certificate. I'm going to talk through some finer details of the course structure, and I'm going to talk you through some of the transition work that you should be doing to prepare yourself for September, and a few little guides through what we have here at Sir William Ramsay School.
Okay, so let's take a look at a BTEC Level 3 Music Performance Extended Certificate course. So what can you get out of Music BTEC at Sir William Ramsay School? Well, throughout this course, you're going to gain an understanding of music and music theory through your practical performance-led tasks. That's something the BTEC's big on. There's a kind of a myth that the BTEC hasn't got the musical theory aspects embedded in it compared to A-level, and while it's maybe not as detailed theory study, there's still a significant amount, particularly the first unit is all about musical theory and harmony, and so you're still going to come out of this BTEC course with all the knowledge you need to be able to progress, and that's what BTEC is all about. It's about progression into music careers and industry, and we'll see that a bit further on. You're going to be looking at organising and participating mainly in small and large scale concerts. We have Christmas concerts, we have Easter concerts, we have summer concerts, and we have extracurricular bands and groups that are involved in shows, as well as the musical production that we put on too. There's lots going on in terms of performance opportunities, and we have some trips going out of school as well. We're doing some performances, not every year, we're doing some performances outside of the school. You're going to experience life as a musician and composer in the music industry, and the demands and creativity that these roles actually require. That's what the course is about, and how you're going to potentially get assignment briefs that relate to the sort of things you would get within the music industry if you were working. Throughout this performance unit, obviously it's a performance unit, so you're going to have a lot of instrumental development, vocal skills development, the soloist, and largely as an ensemble performer as well. What's nice about the BTEC, there's a flexibility, so you're going to have your own choice of genres and styles to work on and specialise in, and you're going to be working collaboratively with ensembles through a lot of the work we do in those units. So it's a real nice collaboration. It's a nice family of musicians we always have throughout the school, particularly obviously in Key Stage 4 and Key Stage 5, we work a lot. So looking at the course structure in a bit more detail then, we're doing the extended certificate. It's the equivalent of an A-level, and you can see there we do the 4 units that we run at the moment. 3 of them are mandatory, which is what the M stands for, and one of them is optional. At the moment we run the solo performance, which kind of makes sense. It is a performance course, and you can see from the mandatory units we've got, it's practical music and theory and harmony, professional practice in the music industry, ensemble performance, so it kind of made sense to have that solo aspect. If, however, we have a particular cohort where strengths and desires to learn certain things lead elsewhere, so composing, for example, or session styles is quite good because you learn lots of different genres, or it could be improvising. We're flexible, we can look at that and look at what we've got in terms of the cohort, and leave it a little bit towards what those strengths are and desires within the cohort. So a bit of a closer look at those units then. So we've got Unit 1, Practical Music Theory and Harmony, really looking at creating a report on notation, staff notation, but also lots of different notations all around the world and different instruments, and you'll write a report where you then do practical examples of your own and other people's work. So there's a bit of a study there, but it's not as detailed as an A-level anthology. You then, the second part of that unit would then be looking at creating, using that theory and understanding and creating your own scores. It doesn't have to be within music staff notation though, it can be some of these other varied types of score that you might be using. Unit 2, prior to that, Unit 1, that is internally assessed. That's coursework based and practical work that you propose, and it will be a internally assessed or marked by us. The Unit 2 is an externally assessed, and it's like an exam, but you sit it over a set number of hours. So you get given a brief, you'll learn the skills, and we do mock assessments to build those skills up. And it's about professional practice within the industry, so not just about performance, it's about potentially organising events, quoting, researching, budgeting. It's predominantly a research task. Again, there's lots of different scenarios that they might give you, we don't know until they give you that brief. But you'll get that, you come in and you get a set amount of hours, between 5 and 10 hours, depending on the project that they give you. And that's externally assessed, so that gets sent out. So it's done in exam conditions, but in the classroom, a set amount of time. So it gets sent away. So those two are 25% each. And then move into the solo performance. That's another internally assessed unit, which is basically looking at your own skills, developing those skills, writing yourself a routine, sticking to that routine, exploring ways of improving things that may or may not work, and eventually doing your performances. So you're assessed in all of those aspects. That was a smaller unit, so you can see 16.5% there. And then the biggest unit, and so obviously the most important of all of them, will be the ensemble music performance. That's 33.5% stage percentage. But that one, as it says, it's all about playing with groups, understanding other groups, a range of them, not just bands but orchestras. You look at what are the main factors that go towards a successful group working together. You then base your discussions in the groups that you form in the class about your own strengths and where people can fit and what sort of songs would be suitable for the ensemble you've got. This particular one is also externally assessed. It's also done over a period of time. It's called synoptic assessment, and it's over a period of time. It might be weeks, so you get time to rehearse. So it might be something to give you. You need to perform at a show, that's a scenario, but you need to do these 5 songs in various different styles. So you might have to do some covers and cover them in different styles or genres to what they originally were. That's just one example. So that's the sort of thing that you work with the ensemble, you log what you're doing. There might be video diaries, you build up to that final performance. All of that evidence to be done from the beginning of that assessment will be weeks later sent off and marked by Pearson. So that is a closer look of the course. I hope that will make sense. Of course, if it doesn't at any point, please get in touch and we can send links to the spec, or I can explain things further on personal note. My email is amaxwell@swr.school, amaxwell@swr.school. If you don't catch that, just get in contact with head of year and the link to the school if you're external, and we can go from there. Great.
Okay, so I'm just going to go through some of the transition work and a very short task you can have a go at. Now, you've been given your transition work, and it is GCSE based work, but it's making sure that you've got that grounding when you're coming into the Year 12 course. The first unit you work on is that practical music theory and harmony. And so it's really important to get a decent basis if you don't already have some notation, theory and understanding. You just start to swat up on that right now. So the transition work is actually a link to the GCSE Music Bite-Size. There are 7 pages all about notation. There are tests on there and you can test yourself. It's really easy, it's really user-friendly if you haven't used it before. So go through that. Any areas that you actually find, yeah, I'm really struggling in that area, then go back, revise it, test yourself again. It means that when you come to start that course in September, you're going to have a really nice foundation to build on, and you'll find it a lot easier talking about and learning about various different other types of notation and more complex types of notation. Now, the other small little task, because that's so theory-based, I want to give you something really quick and easy to do that's practical. So I'm assuming you're all musicians, hopefully. We've got singers and instrumentalists. So something I'd like you to do at home, it's really quick and easy. You're going to play a very, very short passage. It could be to do with, it could be scales, it could be exercises, it could even be a piece of music, something quite short. And I want you to start to think about your own skills and where you need to improve and areas that you can improve in. So that could be something like your timing, your accuracy, something specific to your instrument. If you're a guitarist, could it be your fretting or your strumming or your finger picking? Could it be certain expressive techniques that you're not really there with? So your timing's okay and your accuracy is good, but you're not getting any feeling. If you're a vocalist, is it about your dynamics? Is it your breathing? Is it types of different voices? Is it your head voice, your chest voice, your falsetto? Are you using that in the right way? So I just want to come up with a list of five key skills, 5 areas with your own musical ability that you would like to improve in. So like a little skills audit. Now you can either play something and listen out, or you could record yourself and actually listen back. And I find when you're playing, you hear what you're doing, you think you know where you've gone wrong, but when you listen back, it's even more telling. You can really pick out the areas that, oh gosh, I did that, I didn't realise I did that. Actually, that timing's much worse than I thought it was. So record yourself if you can, just on your phone, just use the audio and listen back to what you've done. Write down 5 skills that you want to improve on, 5 skills or techniques that you want to improve on. Like I said, timing, accuracy, it could be reading music if that's something that you struggled with, phrasing, anything at all, as much musical terminology as you can use. And in the meantime, get onto that GCSE bite size and really just swat up on that, because it'll make a massive difference when you start in September. Thanks for joining me. I really look forward to seeing you. It's a really vibrant performing arts department we've got here. Loads of opportunities for performance, loads of lovely spaces. We've got loads of great resources. We've got 2 Mac suites. We've got our electronic drum kits. We've got 3 or 4 performance areas within the classroom, plus our big performance stage. There's events all through the year. We've got Christmas concerts, concerts put on by the Key Stage 4. We've got a big summer concert. We've got clubs. So we've got our jazz band and our funk and rock bands. We have got choir. So there's loads of things going on here. It's lots of energy and there's loads of things to get in. So I really hope you come and join us, and I look forward to seeing you in September. Take care. All the best. Bye-bye.